Morning everyone, welcome back to the shop. Gorilla Guitar Repair here, and we've got a really different and unique guitar for you guys to check out today. But it's just a Les Paul. It's not just a Les Paul. Here, check this out. Here's a little sneak peek. Oh, what is happening here? Anyway, stick around. We're going to check out this whatever it is. You guys ready? It's gonna be fun. See ya! Wow. Look at this thing, huh? What is it? What is it? It's so unnatural. Pretty cool though, huh? I kind of dig it. Oh, wait a minute. We have to turn on vintage lumens generator with custom red subscribe button. On. Ding! Nailed it. All right, swing on down. So, what do we got here? What is this thing? Any of you guys see the headstock yet? No? Some of you know what this is. I'm words. I'm sure some of you have played this particular brand. At least seen it. I used to work for these guys. Some of you, if you guys know the channel at all, you know that I used to work for Rondo Music, home of Agile guitars. I actually had a little bit to do with, not this particular model, but I actually was highly involved in their development of the fan fret, and therefore, Halo, ESP, all you guys who thought you were the first, Agile created a lot of these fan fret things before your favorite brands did, and then the boss didn't bother to patent or copyright whatever it is in that world. He just didn't bother. So that's when all the other companies came out and started doing exactly what Agile was doing. No, they did it first. No, okay, you're right, I'm wrong. But I was there. I worked on them. But yeah, I actually had to help them. I think World Music was the one that started building them for us first. And they couldn't figure out why, when they would measure on a fan fret, why they'd measure from here to here and here to here and not get, and they'd always, the bridges would be in the wrong spot. All the saddles had to be moved, what was it, forward? I can't quite remember which way they were messing up, but we were basically having to move each one of those little individual saddles that they started with back or forward or whatever, so they would intonate even with an adjustment screw. They were so far off. I figured out that they were measuring the edge of the boards. They were measuring basically this point right here to the very edge, like out here, which isn't correct if on a fan fret, if you want to get this measurement from here to here, because they were thinking old school of if you want to measure this fret's the same length from there to there at any point. Not on a fan fret. So I'm sure they would have figured it out eventually, but I was the one that told them what they were doing wrong, and then they corrected it. So if you have an Agile with, they'd shipped us a bunch too. Nobody knew it until they started to work on them. So if you have an early fan fret, look under. Yeah, you can prove it to yourself. Look under, especially the low strings, the one that has to have the individual saddles. Pull them out. You'll see plugged holes, or you'll see other holes. That was me. I did that. I played your guitar. If you have an old Agile, by the way, anything. Let's see what their serial numbers are doing now. See, this is what their serial numbers do now. Their old ones would say A, and usually a 2 something, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.3s. I saw some 2.22s also. But if it's 5, if your Agile serial number has an A followed by like a 2.3 to up to a 2.6, I played your guitar. If it came out set up like trash, that was my fault. If it came set up good, well, whatever. You're welcome. For a time there was a time when I set up every single Agile guitar that came out of that, other than the really, that's a couple of times they got cheaper ones, and during Christmas time I wouldn't have time to set up those. But anything over a couple $100, this guy. Stop talking. Yeah. Let's get going and actually fix this thing. So let's get rid of, where is my, there. Clip this, this thing's supposed to have 6 strings, I'm pretty sure. Is that a locking tail piece or just stuck? Is that locking? I don't know. Let's take this out. This is pretty cool. This I didn't have anything to do with. This stepped Tunematic tailpiece, which is a pretty cool idea. I really like that. I left or was fired because I was too expensive than the new guy who was worse than me. Whatever, we're not talking about that. But yeah, this came out right after I left, and I was kind of ashamed because he'd actually showed me a picture of this, and then he's like, oh, like a week later, he's like, oh, by the way, you can't park out there anymore because you're fired. But that's pretty cool. Credit where credit is due. Now, are these locking studs? Why is this so stuck? Maybe they are locking. Should somebody change this over? That wasn't an agile thing. They did locking tail pieces, but or is it just really, really tight? I think somebody just jammed that on there. Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't hurt my feelings being there. These look like stock pickups, but let's see what's under there. You guys like to see all the innards. I'm sure a lot of you have not seen one of these things. That was a time when I was setting up, I think my record was 40 guitars in a day, when it was just open box setups of basically Les Paul clones. And to be fair, Letterkenny, anybody? To be fair, if it needed major work, I would just set it aside and do it later. That was just open box and Intonate. Wow, they don't even use, they used to at least have like some sort of like G&B, I think they use. Those are pretty good. These are just kind of a nothing brand. They're probably just fine, as long as they don't feedback or are noisy. That's cool. They got shielding paint in there. That's cool. Routes look clean. It takes them a while usually to get things 100% correct, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was some mistakes or issues. Oh, as long as we got this out of there, let's get this plastic crap fully off these pickups. That's annoying. Why wouldn't you take the rest of the plastic off? Come on, really? That's why. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Let's blow that out. Come on up. There we go. Oh, away. Why is that so stuck? Stuck hard. Well, looks like their pickup ring's going to change a little bit. They may have to make them wider for this. Where did the screw go? There it is. Got it. Found it. Fretwork looks pretty good. Their fretwork usually is pretty good. And when they were doing things with World Music, I think they're back with World now. That's what this thing says. I want to think they went away from World for a while. Because, you know, the owner's always trying to find something cheaper. That's why I don't work there anymore. He found someone cheaper. But that's okay. That's how you shrink your company down to nothing from what it was. Oh, oops. Sorry, Rondo. Truth hurt? Probably. Alright, I'll stop crap talking Rondo. I know you Rondo bros are got your caps locks all primed and ready. I worked there for what? Probably 6 years ish, maybe 6 or 7. I really can't quite remember. But that's where I learned how to work on things really quickly, because you do open box setups all day, you get fast. And I'm only doing that. I normally don't tape off anything, but it's so close, I don't want to scuff up that brand new chrome. So let's not, okay? I'm not worried about the fibers getting in there. That's not going to hurt anything. But I don't want to scratch things up if I can avoid it. I'm just going to clean these frets. They look pretty gross. Credit for Rondo, though. Being that the boss was such a jerk, he didn't let companies get away with not doing what he wants them to do. He would like withhold payment. He was a real jerk to them. But they would they would come back and they usually would fix whatever mistake it was. So there's that. He wasn't a nice guy. You know, very, very selfish person. But that's okay. He did give me a job for 6 years, so cool. Okay, this is the boring part. Tell you what, let's I'm gonna time lapse the rest of this. Here, we'll move you guys over here. And again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to come back after this and we'll, you know, do some more blabbing. But I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. I can't even talk at all this morning. What the hell? I think we're up to like 2,800 peoples who enjoy these silly videos. So wouldn't it be cool if we got to 3,000 by the end of today? How about 3? Can we do it? Go team, go. All right, maybe. We'll see you guys after time lapse. Ready, set, pause. All right, so here we are back, and we're gonna put our mother's metal polish away. I'm almost out of that stuff. Wow. And we're gonna use some naphtha. Hopefully, I have any naphtha left. Ooh, getting low. I have to refill my squirt bottle. We'll use some naphtha to wipe off the buffer slime. More about Rondo. I was highly involved with the Kaler fan fret system as well. I met Gary Kaler when he came to the shop. A lot of people don't know. I'm telling company secrets right now, but I don't care because I don't work there anymore. So pay attention. No. Gary Kaler actually asked my boss, Kurt from Rondo, if he wanted to buy Kaler. They would actually offer the company to him because we at some point, at one point, bought so many Kaler 8-string tremolos. We were their biggest customer, I'm almost positive. And yeah, he actually offered to sell the company to Rondo. That would have been pretty neat, huh? Rondo had the exclusive. He didn't obviously go for it, but that would be pretty cool. Where's did he take my, oh, I'm gonna start strangling other technicians. My feed and wax is gone. Where is it? Somebody was asking. Oh, it's probably, let's look around. Sorry, the shop's messy. We got to pick up. This is the next mess to get fixed. I just cleaned out the closet. This is not my bench, so, but that's mine. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. The boss's son, James, was in here last night. Let's see. James did he restrung this thing, took the strings off, cleaned it up. Looks like he did a pretty good job. What do you guys think? James is, what is he, 14? Something like that? And he wanted to come in and do some learning. Apprenticing, I guess is the best word for it. So yeah, we had him clean up this old Ibanez and restring it. I think he did a pretty good job. If you're watching, James, you're doing pretty good, man. But I need my feed and wax and the tools back, so I'm gonna take those. Oh, come here, got it. All right. But yeah, James was in here last night learning how to work on guitars, and that's super cool. We need more people to learn on how to work on things, right? You can drive a Tesla, but if you can't fix one, you're gonna have to know somebody who can, or anything for that matter. I always recommend people learn how to fix stuff. All right, and this stuff will just hydrate the board, makes it look all nice. Good for it. It's got some orange oils and beeswax. But yeah, what else? What else about Rondo? Boss, again, he was kind of a jerk, but he's also kind of funny. I remember one time a dude showed up there And we were located in Claremont, New Hampshire, in this like industrial park looking thing. I mean, it was behind a UPS store, but then it just looked like just shipping, receiving. Bonus side fact: Yankee Veneer, which was the guys who supply Music Man with their baked maple right below Rondo Music in Claremont. I would many times see full pallets addressed to various guitar companies, Music Man, Gibson. A lot of their maple came right out of Claremont, New Hampshire. For you guys out there, these little tiny pallets, huge costs on them. If they'd be like only little neck blank stacks. They're also selling. I think they tried to sell drumsticks for a minute. Yankee Veneer. I don't think that ever took off though. But yeah, they were cool guys. We'd talk to those guys when we see them outside. And it always smelled like wood all the time in there, so it was nice. If you guys been to a lumber yard, you always had that fresh cut wood smell. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with the rest of that, but that's where a lot of the guitar parts and pieces would come from. Oh yeah, that's right, that's where I was going. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this semi-entertaining. Guy shows up in this warehouse, essentially is where we were. Made it all the way in there and gets upstairs, and where I used to work, which was also the company lunchroom, so that was pretty convenient for me. This guy pokes his head in there and wants to buy a guitar. And if any of you dealt with Rondo, you know that you absolutely cannot come in and just pick up a guitar. Even if you could live across the street and he would make UPS bring it to you. He'd give you a deal. That's one thing. He would. He was a jerk, but he was a fair jerk usually. If you lived, I think, within Vermont or New Hampshire, the area, it was like a flat rate, like $5 or $10 shipping, something really like very, very reasonable. But yeah, even if you lived across the street, he would make you ship it. So this guy pokes his head into the shop, and I'm usually standing there and have to tell people to go away. But the boss is standing there talking to me right there at my bench, like almost at the doorway. And he comes in, pokes his head, and it's like I'm here to try guitars or pick up a guitar. And the boss, without missing me, he's like, well, you can't. They're not set up to do that. Blah blah blah. Starts with the spiel, and he's like, the guy has something like, well, I was emailing Kurt, right, and that was his name, and obviously I hadn't seen him again. He's like, well, right to his face, like, well, he's not here. Like, so sometimes he was funny, but all right, cool story, bro. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, is that a high fret? Damn it, Kurt. You guys are still putting out stuff with high frets. What the hell, man? Here I'm saying how Agile's so great. What's this nonsense? Oh, boo. Okay, see what happens here. Watch this. Check this out. Here's a really common issue with lots of guitars, not necessarily just Agile. But check this out. So this fret, where was it? I forget where it was now. This one? Is that the one? Yep. So what is this? 11th fret? No, 10th fret. Can't count. I was trying to look at the screen, not look at the actual what I'm doing. Ooh, I was gonna sneeze there for a second. But check it out. So it's rattly, and if I push down on it a little bit, it goes away, right? I can't make it chatter. That tells me that the fret's loose. Also, the fact that I can push down. Watch this. Here, zoom in. It's kind of neat. Where right here. Sorry, trying to get you guys to see what's happening here. There we go. Right there, that one. So, here, we'll zoom in a little more. All right, there it is. Okay, watch this. This the one? No, this one. There we go. Watch this. So just a little bit of light pressure. Push. And look at that. See all that stuff that comes out? Maybe I can get a better... See it? All the slime. Light's not great. Yeah, that's a better view. See all that dark wetness that came out. It means that fret is loose enough to squish that feed. That's probably leftover feeding wax. So let's take some air. Oh yeah, look at it come out. There we go. And see, right there is why I always glue my frets in. Look at this. Look at all this. Look at the space. Look at the stuff that can come out of there. That's because there's all space underneath those frets. Which is, it happens. It's not the Agile's doing this. Oh, that's, oh boy. I don't know, Kurt. Ooh, that's a lot. See? This is what happens when you see. When I worked there, I would have called them out on this nonsense. Oh, that's so bad. Look at this. Oh. Wow. Boo. Well, they were nice. Good job, guys. Really trying to be a Gibson clone, aren't you? No, actually, Gibson's fretwork's usually pretty okay. Anyway, let's fix this one fret now that we've figured out where that main issue is. Yep. And this is how we do that. All right, so there's that, and we need some super glue, and I'm gonna need some accelerator also. Hold on. And now that compressor is shut up. All right, so this is how we do this. So put a little bit of super glue. Come on. Really? Nothing? I had a little bit left in here. Oh. Well, that's not cool. Not cool, bro. Alright. I'm gonna double check just because. Make sure nothing else around the area. Alright. Super glue. There we go. And hit that some accelerator. There. All right. Often that'll fix it. Let's see. Oh, it's better. A little bit. We need to take that down a little bit. And if you don't stabilize it before you file it, it'll never be level. Maybe just a little bit on the end still. All right. Okay, I think we got it. Let's polish it out. Bummer that I already did the buffer. That's all right. We can do that one by hand. It'll be fine. We'll start with some 320, I think. Up to 600. Come on. Off. All right. 600. Now I'm gonna rip off a little piece of steel wool. Not steel wool. Cool. Look at that. All back to shiny. Who did I hit that one? I think I'll hit that one again. I might have bumped this one with the sandpaper a little bit, so let's just do that. And that, just in case. Make sure everyone's nice and shiny. Hit this with a little bit of this again. There we go. Whoop. Where's my dirty rag? There. All right. Oh, it is much more better. Cool. All right, now that we've been briefly sidetracked, that back there. All right, sorry, pick up my tools. You know, always pick up your tools. And over there, that there. Check this thing out. Look at that. This is a old National Duolian resonator that I put a new board on, and I've been trying to put it back in the guitar for the last few days, but I always get distracted. This side hasn't been sanded yet. Oop. Still all the old glue over on that side. That side's getting there. Put that back. You hang there. Okay. Now that this thing is all leveled, it's leveled up. All right. I wonder how this thing is going to hold up structurally throughout the years, if it'll bend. Seems pretty rugged. This is pretty cool. I wonder if they sell these pieces. All right, well, let's go. Go grab some strings. Be right back. Ready, set, pause. There. Get your balls out of our face. Well, okay. So how I'm going to do this is we're going to load them in one at a time, like so. So yeah, any of you guys play or have played Agile music, or Agile guitars, Agile music, can't talk. What do you guys think of them? Good, bad, don't know? When I was there, they were really, really nice. I mean, for a couple $100, could get you a copy of a Les Paul that you couldn't tell in the studio. I know, blah, 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 blah. Gibson bros hated on them because they were better than Gibsons. They really were. So here, this is how we do this side. Oh, hold on. We haven't tightened these. There we go. Oh, that one was pretty loose. As I remember, that's really loose. I need a screwdriver. Bring me a screwdriver. Alright, that. Get these all a little tightening. And they always use good parts. Grover tuners, solid bridges and tail pieces. Kurt, one thing about him, he definitely did not like talking with people. If you got through to him, like actual phone conversation, that was a miracle. He would be a dick to the secretary if she let a customer get through. So he tried to eliminate any reason for people to call and complain to him. One funny thing, again, he was funny, is that if people called up giving him attitude or tried to do the typical internet flex, he would just tell them that he wouldn't sell them any more stuff. He'd ban them. And usually, 9 times out of 10, they would beg for him to sell them stuff. and then they're usually a lot more polite. It's funny. It's funny how sometimes when people act like jerks and don't get what they want, it's kind of like a better lesson, right? I wish more people knew that. Anyway, come on. Don't need any silly string locks or anything like that, obviously. Where's my thing? So ready, set, and you know what time it is. Incoming Bosch. Come on, get on there. Oh. Well, I bumped you guys. Sorry. Oh, come on. Come on. Get out of the way. Alright. Strings up. Just bend them straight up like that. Or sometimes if you like opposite around like that, if you don't want to like tear up a gig bag, that's also a good way to do it. Like that. I'll give him a good stretch first. There we go. All right. Okay, let's bring you back over here. Do some intonation action. Set this thing up. I think it looks okay. Action's too high. Pickups are too high. Let's bring that one down. You don't need your neck pickup right up to the strings. You just don't. Stop doing it. And that needs to come down. Oh, we need a bigger screwdriver for that. More torque. There we are. And what I find is a good way to set your string height on the outside is do something like this. And just see where it starts to wink out. And bring it up a little bit. That really is the limit of it, as long as your frets are level. See? There we go, maybe just a little bit more. There. Now I can bend over it. Bend over. And might bring this up just a touch. That down just a touch. That should be good. Oops, that was me. Oh. What are we hitting? What are we hitting? Something there? No? Yeah, it's just my poor technique. Alright. So, let's power our pedals over here. Plug this thing in. Tune it up. Here, you guys swing out a little bit. Somebody didn't cut that saddle right. Oh, I can see where the original notch was. Let's see if we can correct that, shall we? It's annoying. Well, that's what you get when you stick with the cheaper tech. Because I'm pretty sure this would have been checked before it went out. I wonder if it's still the guy. You know, if he's, I wonder if he watches these videos. That'd be funny. Good job, dude. Earn your keep. Ugh, that's better. Cool. Alright, you guys want to see where the... Let's move you so you can see intonation. Maybe. Can we do that? Let's try it like this. We'll go over here. There we go, and angle. There we go. That'll do, right? You guys can kind of see up there and the see strobe tuner. All right, that's flat. Let's see. Those are kind of hard to. Well, no, I guess not too bad. A little bit more. Another thing that's annoying about a fan fret bridge like this is I can't eyeball it. Usually, I've done this so much that if I get this string, I can eyeball the rest of them down to pretty close. All right. Hopefully these aren't maxed. There it is. In. Sharp. That one's a little sharp, dude. It's a little sharp kid. A little bit more. A little bit more. Let's try that. A little more. Oh yeah, I don't even know what scale length this thing is. I assume it was a 25-27? Let's find out in a second. Yeah, that's close. That's good. Let's see what this thing actually is. Alright. Okay. So that's 13, so 26 and a half. I guess probably call it 27. And 12 and a half, so 25. Yeah, 25, 27. Cool. Now we know. A little sharp. Guess you guys stopped intonating these things and then leave the shop, huh? Ooh, that one's way off. A little more. There it is. Yep, sharp. Oof, this one's a little hard to get in there, but you know, overall, hardware is nice. More. Here, let's move this out of the way a little bit. Looks like Graphtec saddles in there, so that's cool. Ooh, this one was way out. I guess the technician was on break that day or something. You find somebody even cheaper, maybe? Ooh, how cheap did he go? All right, that's about... That's pretty close. We're gonna call that. All right, a little more. See how far we can get. I hate having things pretty close. I don't want to strip this though. That's it. We're stopping there. Oh well, this will probably help. I forgot to check the nut slots. They're pretty terrible. I guess you don't do those anymore, huh? Ugh. All right. Wow, no wonder they sold this thing. Jeez. I guess they didn't check this one at all, huh? I bet you're saving so much money. Sorry, not to sound bitter, but I would not have let this thing go out the door in this condition. Ugh. Wow, man. If this is the dude that took my spot, I'm not going to name names, but if you're watching, you know who you are, and this is a very, very hack job. Amateur at best. Guess he got what he paid for. Huh. Well, and to those who are like, you shouldn't say bad things, you know the easiest way to not have some idiot on a YouTube channel tell you that your work sucks? I'll give you one guess. Don't put out crappy work. That was actually, you know what's funny? Is if he's watching this, then he knows the person, or knew the person, who gave me this bit of advice. Late, great Mr. Wally Whisk, who, yes, that was his real name, Wally Whisk. He's dead now. Don't smoke, kids. But he taught me how to do a lot of this stuff. Best piece of advice he ever gave me: never leave bad, or poor, I think he said poor. Never leave poor examples of your work. And I try not to. But apparently this guy didn't, whoever did this, or didn't do this, didn't get the memo. In fact, here, check this out. Here, pause. Watch this. Not really pause, but right there. See that? Wally and Fender. Because he always played a Sunburst Strat that had been, it was some sort of 60s something, but it had been worked so much that it really wasn't. Anyway, get this done. Time-lapse it out. Thanks for watching. Sound test at the end. Okay? Hang in there.